I want to show you live how I'm actually using agents in real time in my business to do marketing campaigns, scale things for me. So what we have here is our new product, which is basically a full business knowledge base for your business for agents, but it's not in the same way that you would use something like Obsidian. The way that this is different is you can see that we actually have this set up to pull in data from various different platforms. So as data is coming in, so for example, from Firefly, as we're getting meetings, we do calls with all of our customers. As those customers have calls and the transcripts happen and the customers sort of explain things, all of that information goes into here, and then we have like a full knowledge base on this. Now what I've done is I've created a full school community. I'll leave it linked down below. It's called CodeSpring's AI Academy. You see we've only got 26 members in here. Now I launched this a few days ago, and I'm going to try and get more people into this school community. So what I'm doing right now is I've got Codex actually reading through the entire workflow. So this here has a full knowledge base of my entire business. And I've got Codex reading it, and this has all the information of what's in the school community. It has all the information of our marketing, our sales calls. It has all the information of all of our customer calls. It has literally everything, which now means this agent who knows nothing about our business can now use this information and then write me an email that I can actually send to people. So you can see here it's come up with, had to share this with you. Hey, over the last few months I've been watching the same thing happen over and over again, people using AI, prompting, blah, blah, blah. So it's done a pretty good job of the email. But because it knows so much about my business, it knows how I write things, it knows all my websites, everything in the way that I talk to AI and I store things, and all the documents that I'm doing is all stored in here. So that basically means it writes in the same way as me as well. So what's really powerful about this is I can just have all my information in here, right? And what it does, you see here, these are creating clusters of information. So for example, I can go into this is the CodeSpring Academy, right? So this is a cluster. So this cluster here is what I've used to write this email. So I can click on it, I can see, okay, this is what it includes. It has information on all the different courses that we've run. So for example, I can see we have a course on the AI opportunity. Okay, and you can go to this, and then you can see, okay, this is the description of what the course does. And then I can come into the community. We can have a look at the classroom, AI opportunity. And then you can see here, this is a video about the AI opportunity. All of that information is now here. But then what it's done is it actually said, okay, well, this AI opportunity, this video, I actually mentioned CodeSpring in it, and it's connected that. It says, okay, well, this is actually CodeSpring. So what is CodeSpring? It's the planning layer used to scope and plan builds. And it's like, okay, well, that has different connections. So what it's doing is it's saying, okay, well, this actually is mentioned in course 13 to fix your broken app. And that's another application of CodeSpring. So what it's doing is it's saying, look, we have this course, the CodeSpring Academy, and these are all the things it links to. So you can see here the CodeSpring Academy is mentioning CodeSpring. It mentions Codex. So you can see here, if we go into a classroom, we have a whole course on how to use Codex, for example. So this is a full knowledge base, which means now any agent knows everything about my business. It knows, and also it's all in real time. So you can see here, like real-time information from 2 hours ago, things that are happening in the business. So whether this is like sales being made, I think I've got it connected to Hyros as well. Yeah, so like sales being made, for example, Linear, which is what we use for our project manager. So these are all the different projects that we're working on inside the company. So obviously we have all the development issues that we're working on. These are all the things that we've deployed as a company to fix problems in our current software. So we've also got CodeSpring here, which is my current software, which is the main thing for designing software. So everything that we're doing to build this and run the company, whether it's ads, whether it's CRM, everything is all coming into here. And then what this is doing is it's figuring out how it all connects. And then from that, whenever I then use other agents, all of them have full context. So as, here's another example, right? Let me show you this. So this here is my setup for Hermes agent. Now upstairs in my flat, I have a Mac Mini, and that Mac Mini is, it's got Hermes agent running. Okay, so what I can do is, and this is going to take a little bit of prompting because we haven't finalized this yet, like this is all still in beta, but if we copy this, we push this in here and we say, can you just check the V3 CLI and tell me roughly what do we have in the school community? What are the courses that we have in there? And do we actually mention CodeSpring at all? So this, oops, I spelled that one, CodeSpring. But so this has no idea, right? This has no idea about any of the school community because I haven't been using this because the internet in this house hasn't been working, right? So what it's going to do is it's going to check this, and it's going to find, hopefully, right, this full like cluster here with all the information about the CodeSpring Academy, and it's going to see, okay, well, we have courses on setting up GitHub. We can see that it's linked to CodeSpring. We talk about CodeSpring. We talk about the AI opportunity, which is also linked to CodeSpring. Now, this visual representation isn't necessarily particularly useful for you, but it's very useful to kind of say, okay, this is kind of how the business is set up. This is what's kind of going on in the business. And then we've got other stuff over here. These are like smaller little clusters. I don't actually know what this is, for example. This is some different funnels that I was testing, and it just builds up memory. And then over time, so you can see down here, this is the biggest cluster that we have so far, and this is basically Atlas, which is the name that we're currently internally using for this software. So this is all the information about my new version of the software, and you can see, some of the things it's talking about, like coding agents, for example. You can see how it does that. It has vector search and graph memory, so it knows basically how itself works. And then it draws connections to other things. So, I don't know, for example here, Constellation, Night Watch and Summit. Let me show you this. I created last night this ad. So this is basically an ad that I was making for Atlas. Okay, so this is the Constellation, and all of the stuff that I've been working on for my business for marketing, and like the style and the design and the storyboard for this advert that I created for Atlas, which is probably going to have its name changed, all of that information here is being stored in here. So now that means any agent that I use can read that information and find that information. So we'll just let this run, and I'll show you what it comes back with. Okay, and just like that, it says what's in the school community. So it says it's got course 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So it's got common mistakes, foundations, what you need, what should you build, all of this stuff here. And by the way, this agent I have upstairs has been turned off all week. It doesn't know anything about this. I built this a couple of days ago. So it's got common mistakes, foundations, what tools you need, what you should build, learn to use Codex. It knows everything about all of these tools. Okay, so if we come into here, we zoom into the Academy, for example, we've got like learn to use Codex, okay, or AI opportunity. So these are all the different things we're talking about, right? How and when do I talk about agents? So all of this information basically means that any agent or any software that you use now automatically knows about your business, but it doesn't ever go stale, because as things are changing, look, literally 31 seconds ago, 33 seconds ago, things are happening in the business, and it is updating that. And every time you get more data, this knowledge base here will start to grow. More and more connections will build. So this, for example, this has become much bigger because I've done a lot of work building up this new version of the software, getting ready for launch. The other connection, which is this one here, this is also growing because this is the whole community, which is the new marketing funnel that we're doing. Anyway, so if you would like to learn more about all of this and how to build agents and how to use agents in the software, we do have a free community. Click the link, top link, second link down below in the description, and you can use this. Alternatively, if you would actually like to use this software, all you need to do is, if you go to the second link in the description, we've got loads of websites. Here, you can actually get access for $97. So for a one-time payment, $97 will come into your business, we'll get it all set up for you. We'll build it up, we'll get it trained up, we'll connect all your software, we'll show you how to use it, we'll get you set up with Codex and Claude Code or whatever agent system you think is best. We'll help you build all the agents into your business and then get this learning and training for you. You can use it for 30 days. It's not a subscription, and then if you do like it after that, then we'll give you a discount. When we are selling this, we're going to be selling it on launch for probably about $250 a month. So you can get it, you can try it for $97, and then what we'll do is, if you want to keep using it, we'll keep you on a $97 a month plan after that. So yeah, we've got 50 seats available. We've only sold one spot, started this today. So when we've got rid of all 50 closed beta spaces, then it will be gone, and then it will be closed beta until we actually decide to launch. You can watch a little video here which explains it a little bit more, but yeah, we'd love to help you get set up with AI. So go ahead, click the top link down there in the description, just grab this, take it to the checkout, and then on the thank you page, all you need to do is put in your phone number, your email, and we'll get on a call with you and get everything set up for you. Yeah,